Hi, I'm Amy Labadie. I'm the face behind PT for Life, and I wanted to record a video to introduce myself. And I'm sitting on this guy's favorite swing, so he decided to join me. This is Tyler. Functional medicine essentially is a systems biology-based approach that focuses on identifying the root cause of illness and disease. So we're talking about chronic lifestyle-driven factors that can interfere with just feeling our best. And that can be anything from annoying symptoms to things that are really pretty debilitating and make it tough to live life the way that we would otherwise want to. I was first introduced to functional medicine a couple of years ago. I've had a thyroid issue since I was 28 years old, probably much longer than that. In fact, I'm sure of that, but I was diagnosed when I was trying to get pregnant unsuccessfully around late 20s, and I was actually put on thyroid hormone replacement, which is definitely the conventional cure. And I'm still on thyroid hormone replacement. The goal is not necessarily to come off of it altogether, but to identify what are those triggers that are causing your body to launch an attack against one of its organs. So in the case of Hashimoto's, it's the thyroid, and that's true of Graves' disease as well, which is autoimmune hyperthyroid. But there are so many others. There's lupus and MS and Crohn's and RA. Autoimmunity is definitely on the rise and comes from multiple sources, but we can trace it back to the function of our gut and our liver's ability to clear toxins and some of the stressors that we're exposed to every day. So it's definitely on us as healthcare providers and as patients to take ownership of our own bodies and be willing to dig into what are our root causes that started our body to turn against itself in the first place, and what can we do. There's an analogy of a leaky bucket. It's got all kinds of holes in it, and if you take just the medication, you're just pouring water into a leaky bucket without trying to plug the holes. And so you can imagine, that there is no actual improvement in the condition. You're just managing it with medication. So with conventional medicine, a lot of times doctors are in a little bit of a bind, because if someone comes to see them and they already have a condition going on because the symptoms have gotten to the point where they're pretty out of control enough so that the person takes time out of their busy schedule to make a doctor's appointment, go see the doctor, and then the doctor, most of the time, the only option is to put them on a medication that's going to suppress those symptoms, rather than being able to take an approach of, well, let's see what lifestyle factors are leading to those symptoms in the first place. Once I was able to take that approach and start to heal my gut and focus on getting the toxins out, look for infections, deal with stress, those types of things, and especially improving my nutritional status too, that's when things started to move in the right direction. I was introduced to a product called Juice Plus, which is concentrated nutrition, and it turns out that in every lecture that I listened to for functional medicine, it kept coming up over and over again about the importance of just flooding our bodies with the antioxidants and phytonutrients and all of the things that are contained in fruits and vegetables. And most of us know that they're important and that we should be eating more of them, but we don't tend to understand the why. And the isolated vitamins that oftentimes are recommended, the body kind of sees them as foreign and doesn't really, when they're not combined with the rest of the fruit or vegetable, doesn't really know what to do with them. So what ended up happening with me was, through years of having an irregular menstrual cycle, hormones being out of whack, I was finally able to get pregnant, not just once, but 4 times, which was a blessing, but I still struggled with irregular cycles until just a few months ago. And now, because of improved nutrition, I have a regular menstrual cycle. My seasonal allergies completely disappeared, which is not the norm when you give up allergy medication. But when you heal the source of the body's response against something, which begins in the gut, then your seasonal allergies start to go away, which is what happened with me. And then I also just had not just one, but a couple of thyroid medication reductions. So, my body is showing all kinds of signs of healing. And I figured, well, I need to spread this message to others and let you know that the symptoms that you have, yes, there are some medications that can keep them at bay, but you want to be able to get to the bottom of why those symptoms are there in the first place, because oftentimes one symptom or one autoimmune condition can progress to another one. And there's a lot of connections that it turns out, the gut is very closely connected to the brain. If you've got brain fog or forgetfulness or just sleep and stress issues, a lot of those things can be addressed together. Thank you, Tyler. So I hope to hear from you all. I would love to hear what conditions that you're struggling with, what you've tried, what you'd like to hear about in terms of a functional medicine approach, and let me do my best to help. I am still working as a physical therapist, and I'm more than happy to treat physical therapy patients, but also patients who want to dig into the root cause of their pain, their inflammation, factors that are just adding up to being either annoying or debilitating. So thanks, and enjoy the rest of your day. Bye.